Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Porter. Today, we're going to be securing, see that little indicator light right there for oven heating? Somehow that was pushed in. So we're just going to secure it back to where it's supposed to be. It is in there, but it's kind of down and you can't see it. So it's going to kind of put it out like that one so you can see it. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to plug in my, what do you call this here, electric glue gun. I'm gonna plug this in real quick. Just gonna plug it in over here. So I gotta kind of do it one-handedly. And kind of plug this in so it's heating up. And while that's heating up, I start taking this apart. Pick up my glue stick and the first things first, I unplug the oven so it's not plugged in. I kind of stuck it back there. So you don't want the oven to be on while you're taking it apart because you might hit some wires, my glue stick. Put that up there. Now, it's pretty easy to take this apart if you get the right tools and know what you're doing. First things first, I want to lift up this cover here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Give you a good image, probably about that height right there should be decent enough. So, lift this up. It's up by itself, so there's nothing else to do with that. There's 4 Phillips screws that are right there. You see those screws? I'll be removing those screws pretty quickly. And once I remove those screws, you see what else I'm going to be doing. Pick out the screws, kind of sit them inside because they're going to go back in just as quick as you take them out. Now when I open the oven door, there's 2 hex screws underneath. And once you remove those hex screws, it's going to give you enough space to gain access to this. That's if you want to change these cubes as well. So now I'm going to open this door, just lay it down flat, so just like that. I think this is a quarter inch socket. I'm using that quarter inch socket to remove 2 screws underneath. They're under, you guys can see, and they're kind of like underneath this. You guys can see that. There's one here and there's one over there in the corner. So I'm going to be moving those, and you can kind of see how that's taken out. It's probably the best angle to see. Now take those screws out and do the same exact thing. Just right with my finger, see that? Get your hex screw on there. I like to use the magnetized one so you don't drop it and lose it. That's the screw right there if you can see it. One there, one over here. Now once you remove these 2 screws, put this whole face cover forward, like so. Now, when you look inside, you get to see all the mechanisms. You got to change these infinite switches, which are right there. Sometimes your burner don't work, or your light stays on. Usually it's that switch right there. You got to keep track of the wattage because there's different wattage for the large burners and the small burners. So here is a switch in question. I just gotta get that to secure in that little spot there. Like that one's secure. So it's only this one over here. I'm gonna put a little hot glue on it. Somebody might have broke it off. Who knows what happened to that? But I should better just hot glue that back into place. So let's see how that works out. I'm gonna push the oven closer to the wall so I can get my hot glue gun to reach. I'm not going to be able to show you exactly what I'm doing because it's very difficult to hold the camera while I'm doing this at the same time, but I might be able to see it this way. Let me see if I can. Yeah, we do it that way. Maybe you can see what I'm doing right there. It's probably the best angle you're going to get. I got this heated up now. I'm going to put this in the right spot and squeeze a little hot glue on it, and then that should be it. I'm just gonna squeeze a little around the edge. Press this in that spot. There should be a little cover that goes on this too. That's the problem. It's missing that cover. I see what it's missing. It's missing that little lens. I wonder where that little lens went to. So there's a little lens that goes on there that I don't see. And normally you would see that. So the light is in the right spot, but the lens is missing. There's a little, I know what it looks like. So it's a little orange lens that would be in the front of this. And I can always get one off an older stove though too. I know exactly what it is. So this thing is hot glued on here, as you can see. I got that. Well, you can see it from there, can't you? Yeah, so that's kind of hot glued right there. That's not moving. Just kind of slide this. So if you ever had to change these cubes, just remember how the wires come out. This is the high voltage side. These two bottom part goes to the burner. This is your indicator light on this side here. So that kind of, the most important thing, this is your high voltage right here, your negative positive for high voltage. These go to the burner. That's the indicator light. I'm gonna slide this back in. Take your time to line it up like so. Just pretty much like that. Now we're gonna reverse the process. You can pick and choose whatever way you want to do it. If you want to put the bottom screws in first, you can do the bottom screws first or the top. There's no particular order that you should use. So let's do the bottom first, because the bottom is always hotter than the top. So if our holes are lined up correctly, she's gonna go straight back in there. Magnetic. The other one's over here. Nope, wrong screw. Where's the other screw? Right there, there we go. All you do is take your time. Okay, so I got those two in there. Get that through. You guys probably can't see what I see, but yeah. Put our Phillips head screws back in. Just as quick as we took them out. And sometimes I'm making it look easier than it should be, because it's not always as easy as it looks. I apologize for making it look too easy for you guys. But kind of give you guys a general idea, because a lot of times I'm working, we're on the move. We don't get time to like slow down. And while I'm here, I might as well put the knobs back on the stove too. Hit the knobs over here. These knobs are right here. And one day I'll show you how to change up one of these cubes, which is pretty easy. This one's a little more difficult because you got to feed that little thing over in the back of the oven, the thermostat piece. So now, that's pretty much that. I'm gonna plug this in just to make sure that the indicator light does work. And I gotta find that orange piece too. That's gonna be another. Unplug this so this don't need to be on anymore. Oven is now plugged in. Close this. I see the oven light is working, so that means the power is on. Let's kind of do this. I happen to have my tripod with me today. You see, I don't put that up there. So that's the inside of the oven. Let's So why did I put it? Well, you can see the light. It's kind of lit. So it's telling me that one of these is on already. That could be one of my, that's probably the reason why that person pushed that in. I think that was it. Maybe that's not it. So if this says oven heating, then there's a little switch behind here that you can adjust to shut that off. If you can see that light on, yeah, these are for the burner. That's for that right there. So that's for that. This is for oven heating, and that's for this thing here. There's a little. If I would have known that, I could have. That might be a separate video. There's a little set screw behind this piece that you can adjust to get that. Then I could probably do the video now. It would be a longer video though, but see how that light is on? It's only on because this thing is sensing that it's on, and it's a little, well, let's see what we can do. If you guys get time to watch this video, we shall see. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I normally don't do it, but it's not a hard process. I'll unplug it first. Now, take off my hat. Get my little screwdriver back out. Same process. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change my bit. Then my other bit. Drop the oven door down. Now, one, instead of making a separate video, we'll make it all one video. So when you get to here, see that little white screw right there? That little screw my finger's pointing at. That's that little screw right there. So I'm just gonna kind of back off it, get my little small flathead out. I should have one in my pocket. I carry one all the time. I'm just gonna back this off just a little bit. Go that way. I'm just gonna plug it in and see what it's doing first. Okay, so it's still on. So let me back it till it's off. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back it till it's off. It's off now. I don't know if you guys can see it. That light just went out. So now I can put this thing back together and we're good to go. I'm always gonna unplug it because I don't want these wires to touch this metal. So there's insulation down here, but still, it's best to be safe to unplug it. So we're gonna plug it again. And put it back. It's not hard, it's just time consuming, a little time consuming. Get that to, here we go. Always watch your fingers just in case. Let's do the same motion we did before. We reverse the process. So if this falls on my hands, it's not gonna really hurt, but just gotta make sure I get that lined up. Like I said, I apologize if I'm making this look easier than it could be or should be. Okay. always carry a 5-in-1 or no, a 6-in-1 or a 10-in-1 or 8-in-1. They make your job a little easier. That way you're not carrying multiple screwdrivers around. See that? Now we're good to go. Now I just gotta find that little decal right there. And then we are good to go. Like, a little bit more. Always feel the touch. Yeah. Put this, close this. Put this down. Plug it in. Let's see now. Oven is off. Now once I turn it on, the light, you should see it come on. Let me see if I can do it this way so you can see what I'm talking about. You see that little light come on? Now it's off. See it? On, off. Easy enough, right? Now, I gotta find that piece. I can find that piece, and I know where to get them from. That little piece right there goes over there. All right, other than that, guys, you just saw me take out the front cover, put it back on. Everything is good to go now. Catch you guys in the next one.